Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Sumo fans. I'm Vini and this is Sumo Files. And my friends, Day 8 was not just another day of the tournament. It was a Tenran Zumo. For the first time in 6 years, Emperor Naruhito, Empress Masako, and Princess Aiko attended the Basho together, watching from the Imperial box at the Kokugi-kan. And oh boy, few could have imagined that, under the Emperor's gaze, the tournament would deliver one of the most chaotic days so far. So without further ado, let's dive into the highlights. Nishiki Fuji found the opening he needed and brought Hasanoyama down by Yoritaoshi. A sharp Nodoa followed by repeated pressure to the chest to destabilize Hasanoyama, making it easy for the Isegahama wrestler to secure a left-hand grip and surge forward to finish the bout. This result once again stalls Hasanoyama's momentum, reinforcing the sense of inconsistency as the tournament reaches its midpoint. Nishiki Fuji, after a rough opening stretch, appears to be quietly building a run. Abi wasted no time asserting himself, overwhelming Toki Hayate with a straightforward Yoshidashi. A powerful left-hand Nodoa and an even heavier right-hand strike combined with a little shove were all it took to decide the match. With his 7th win, Abi stays firmly in the Yusho conversation and continues to show that his ambition remains very much alive. Toki Hayate, now sitting at 4-4, remains trapped by his inability to string together consistent performances. Fujinokawa once again showcased his adaptability, defeating Tamawashi with a well-timed Shitate Nage. He charged forward aggressively, absorbed a strike to the face, and still managed to secure a Morozashi, anchoring his left hand on Nemawashi. Instead of driving straight forward, Fujinokawa used leverage to execute the throw, catching Tamawashi off guard. This marks Tamawashi's 4th straight loss, as his Oshizumo continues to fall flat, while Fujinokawa rebounds from his yesterday's defeat to claim his 6th victory. Wakamoto Haru reignited himself by overpowering Yoshinofuji with a decisive Yoritaoshi. The opening exchanges were even, with Yoshinofuji gradually working his way onto the Mawashi, first with the right and then with the left. Wakamoto Haru appeared passive at first, but suddenly secured both sides of the belt, stepped on the gas, and drove through to end the bout. Yoshinofuji, whose 4-win streak ended yesterday, still looks unsettled and drops to an even 4-4, while Wakamoto Haru, despite just 2 wins, clings to hope of a dramatic turnaround. Takayasu relied on calm control to defeat Ichi Yamamoto by Hataki Komi. After a solid Kachiage, he focused on neutralizing Ichi Yamamoto's arms, waiting patiently for the moment to strike before finishing with a gentle but perfectly timed slap down. Takayasu reaches 6 wins and continues to impress with a sumo built on dominance through control rather than brute force. Ichi Yamamoto, now 1-7, finds himself right on the edge of Makekoshi. Oho turned the tables on Kotozakura, forcing the Ozeki out by Yoshidashi. Kotozakura initially looked to be in charge with a strong Morozashi, but Oho surprised him with a Kimedashi that put him in immediate danger. When the Ozeki broke free, he was met with repeated thrusts that carried him out of the dohyo. Now 5-3, Kotozakura once again sees momentum cut short, while Oho looks to build a late push towards Kachikoshi. Kirishima delivered one of the most commanding performances of the tournament, dismantling Aonishiki and finishing by Yoritaoshi. Adopting a low stance as the Tachiai, he shut down the Yozeki's left-hand grip and forced him upright, completely robbing him of posture. Aonishiki attempted to reset, and even tried Jakubi Nage, but Kirishima absorbed it, maintained his grip on the Mawashi, and drove straight through to finish. It's rare to see Aonishiki neutralized so thoroughly, and with 7 wins, Kirishima continues to look increasingly lethal in this Yusho race. Daieisho capitalized on a costly mistake from Hoshoryu, pulling off the upset with a Hataki Komi. After an even Tachi-ai, Daieisho focused on striking the chest to halt the Yokozuna's advance, and when Hoshoryu overcommitted, his head was pulled down and his back driven to the clay. Hoshoryu looked unusually reckless here, raising questions about whether yesterday's head injury played a role. Daieisho, seizing the opportunity, earns his 2nd win and creates some breathing room away from Makuuchi. Horikoshi. Haku no Fuji closed the day with one of its most shocking results, overpowering Onosato by Yoshidashi. A single sustained push to the chest was enough to force the Yokozuna straight back and out. With no visible footwork errors or slips involved, seeing Onosato pushed out so cleanly was genuinely surprising. Haku no Fuji reaches 5 wins and now sees a clear path opening towards Kachikoshi as the tournament heads into its second half. Now, to finish things off, here are the results of the 8th day of the tournament, and also the bouts we'll see tomorrow. In addition, here's the updated table for the Yusho race. And if you enjoyed this coverage, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss any future content. That's it guys, until next time!